Good morning, my dear yogi, and welcome to another Prenatal Yoga by Yoga with Paulina. Today's class it's all about strength and comfort in your fifth trimester. So grab your mat and jump in. For the class, apart from your yoga mat, you're gonna need 2 blocks, a blanket, bolster, and a little tennis ball. As usually, let's start in your comfortable seat. I'm gonna use a bolster today, and my bolster is pretty high and firm, but if that is not comfortable enough, then use other props like a blanket or few blankets or even your daily pillow, because we're gonna take that tennis ball and place it at your crotch, at the perineum muscles. And believe me, that might be pretty uncomfortable at first. And now take few deep breaths, trying to relax your perineum muscles. First, it might be pretty hard. You might feel a burning sensation in that area. You might be very uncomfortable. So try to breathe into that space, relaxing those muscles, letting the ball massage them, preparing your crotch for the delivery. And if that feels well, make little circles after a while, or just rock side to side to massage it even more and soften the whole area. That might reduce tearing, so I highly recommend to do it, especially after 36 weeks. And please don't forget about your breath. After a while, all those sensations are gonna loosen up, your muscles are gonna relax, and sitting on the ball would be much more comfortable than before. We want to find that sweet spot, that space when it's not painful anymore. If it's still painful, you can adjust by propping up with a blanket or something more soft underneath. Then lift your hands and grab your ribs side to side, close to the belly area. Take a deep inhale, spreading those ribs away from your center. And with an exhale, try to draw them closer, bringing belly button in. Imagine that you are hugging your baby and your belly with an exhale. Inhale, spread, widen your whole chest and belly. Exhale, hug your baby with your ribs and belly muscles. And repeat another few times. That will not only work out your abdomen, keeping you more prepared for the delivery and labor, but also keep you stronger throughout your third trimester and beyond. Repeat this breath for another 3 or 4 times. After that, release your hands down on your thighs or knees, or as I love it to do, bring one hand on your belly, listening to your baby moving, and another one on your heart, creating that baby-heart connection that we all want to nurture even before we give birth. Then slowly bow your chin to the chest, and you can hum a gentle Om if you wish. And open your eyes and raise your gaze. So now let's start moving. Take your bolster and ball away and move to your hands and knees. And let's start with some gentle cat and cow. Keep your knees slightly wider than hip width wide to make more space for the belly, and your hands shoulder width wide, or also a bit wider, tuck or untuck your toes. Then inhale, lift your head and tailbone up towards the sky, arching spine down, and with an exhale, the opposite, head and tailbone moving down with your spine arching up. And repeat this vinyasa flow for another few breaths, stretching engaging your core, engaging all muscles of your spine and back, but also extending your movement connected with the breath. After that, keep your knees in the same spot, but open your feet slightly wider. And keeping your spine parallel to the floor, start making circles. Imagine that there is a little pencil from your belly moving down and you want to draw a circle on your yoga mat. Keep your belly button in, not to releasing the spine towards the ground, keeping it nice and strong. And then you can slowly shift the movement to front and back for another few breaths. Now stop, bring your feet back to parallel and stretch your right leg behind you. Toes on the mat, stretch your heel back, your crown front, and find one line moving throughout the whole body. Place your left hand on the back of your head and with your next inhale, lift your elbow up high, keeping your pelvis squared and parallel to the floor. With an exhale, moving your elbow down. And repeat for another few times in this beautiful strength-creating twist. Now step or slide your back leg to the front, to the edge of your mat or even on the floor. Grab your blocks for additional height and hinge your hips front and back for a few times to warm up your hip joint. Keeping your arms straight and shoulders wide, slowly sink your hips down, opening the psoas muscle in this very easy low lunge position. Stay here for a few breaths. With each exhale, try to release all kind of tension you can find in your hips. Now slide your right foot to the side, more or less the height of the knee. Keep the whole foot flat on the mat, might be parallel or slightly open. And now hinge your whole spine front and back, just like what we did before. I highly recommend this adductor stretch for an easier and healthier delivery. Now slide your leg back, again find that one line and bring your knee down for an all fours. Open your feet again, you can tuck or untuck your toes and make another few circles to find a difference in between your right and left side before we proceed to the left. And then a bit front and back, of course. As you see, you might stay with your palms on the blocks for additional height and support. Then come to parallel and stretch your left leg. Toes down, heel backwards, crown front, find one line. Lift your right hand palm on the back of your neck and with an inhale, lift that elbow up for another beautifully strengthening twist. Each exhale and elbow goes down. Now slide your left foot toward the long side of your mat, close to your blocks or hands. And again, make few circles to warm up your hip joint and then shift your hips front and back. After warming up your left hip joint, slowly sink your hips front and down, releasing that psoas muscle on the second side. Remember to keep your shoulders wide, your arms fully stretched and your neck in neutral. Crown reaching forward. In the third trimester, you might find yourself sitting down more often, so it's really important to give that psoas a nice release. And let's move to the adductor stretch on the left side. I need to adjust a little bit because of the wall and shift your hips front and back while your left leg is on the side. As you see, I tucked my toes, but you can keep your toes untucked and repeat for another few times. Stretch your left leg behind you, find one line from heel to crown and bring your both knees down into hands and knees. Now it's time for a little heart openers. Let's start with a camel pose. Of course, good for pregnant women. Come on your knees, place your hands on the sacrum, palms facing up or down, and with your next inhale, lift your sternum up towards the sky, looking at one point on top of the ceiling. Stay here for 2 or 3 breaths without bending too much backwards. And now let's go to Anahatasana. Place your hands down in all fours, move your blocks away, then walk your palms more forward, place your elbows down and sink your heart towards the mat. Place your forehead or chin down. You can also widen your knees and feet. Stay here for another 2 or 3 deep breaths. And now let's move into child's pose. Slowly lift onto your forearms and then walk your hands to hands and knees, widening your knees. Simply sink your whole chest and belly down. If there is no more space for the belly and you wish to be slightly higher, you can prop up your forehead with a block. And stay here for another huge amount of breaths, releasing all tension from the lower back, your sides, your hips, and your chest. I hope you had a beautiful rest in here, but let's move forward. Lift to your hands and knees again, walk your knees back to parallel, slide your blocks towards the side, and then tuck your toes, keeping your feet pretty wide, even as wide as your mat. Press the floor away with your hands, lifting your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Now walk your heels, pressing one at a time, bending the opposite leg to find a beautiful lengthening sensation in your hamstrings. Keep your shoulders wide, your belly button slightly tucked in, as much as you can. After that, try to press both of your heels equally towards the floor. Take a deep inhale and with an exhale, walk your hands towards your feet. Press your hands onto your thighs and let's make a little cat and cow vinyasa, arching your spine up and down for a few times to warm up your body even more, but now in this kind of high squatting position. It will create more strength and resilience in your lower abdomen and spine area. And after a few breaths, release your hands down and very slowly roll your spine up towards the sky until you are fully standing. You can shrug or roll your shoulders to find more space. And now you can move forward to the front of your mat or to the middle. I'm in the middle and facing you to show you what we're gonna do. Step with your feet wide apart and gently bend the knees. Imagine that you're sitting on a cloud. And now start rocking your hips side to side. A cradle motion. Keep the rest of your body isolated if you can. Simply move just your hips. Keep your knees soft. After, start making figure 8 with your hips, the 8 facing backwards. After a while, start making that figure 8, moving your hips forward. And then, of course, few circles. By the way, you can do that also on your fit ball or yoga ball if you have one. Highly recommend. And now let's proceed to a balancing exercise. Make few circles and at one point try to step on your opposite leg. And yeah, find your balance. I know it's hard, the center of gravity changed, so you need to find it again. And of course, try on the second side as well and repeat another time right and left, or left and right. And after a few times, release your arms and legs, maybe shake a little bit to take all that tension away. Interlace your fingers and place them on your neck And now make a paddling motion towards the front and back to find more space and strengthen your shoulder girdle area. And let's do a little bit of opening. With an inhale, open your elbows wide, look up. Exhale, bring your elbows closer to the front and down, just like in cat and cow vinyasa. It's really good for your spine and for your center, and to keep a good body control over time. And now a little stretch. Lift your arms up high over your head and move a little bit right and left like in a banana pose. Then shake your hands and move to the front of your mat. Find your Tadasana, hands together. Your feet might be slightly wider to keep that center of gravity more controlled. Then lift your right knee up, rotate it externally, and place your foot on your thigh or knee. A tree pose. Stay here for a few breaths. Press your sole of the foot into the thigh and the thigh into the sole of your foot to keep you more in balance and centered. After, step your right foot backwards, creating a warrior one position. All the external side of your foot should be on the mat. Front knee is bent and over your ankle. Place your left hand on the hip, lift your right arm up and stretch it towards the sky, and with your next exhale, bend to the left side for a beautiful stretch. Then lift both of your arms up, rotate your whole body towards the right side and open your back foot slightly more to warrior two. With an inhale, lift your arms up, stretching the front leg, and exhale, bend your knee, lower your arms to warrior two, and repeat for another few times. From warrior two, lower your left elbow on the knee, lifting and stretching your right arm overhead, one line with your back leg. Parshva Konasana. And then slowly come up, lift your back heels, moving your whole body towards the front into a high lunge, and with one movement, step forward, lifting your back leg. Rotate your knee on the side, keep your hand under the knee, and open your left arm backwards into a twist. And slowly come back forward. Place your feet down and release. You can gently shake off. Okay, let's go right away to the left side. Shift your weight to your right leg, lift your left knee, rotate it externally, placing the sole of your foot on your thigh or shin, avoiding the knee. Press your hands together as well, find one line from heel to crown. Stay here for a few breaths. Then slowly lift your arms and step your left foot backwards into warrior one, bending the front knee over your ankle. Place your right hand on the hips, lift your left even higher and bend toward your right side for a beautiful another psoas stretch. Slowly lift your arms up, rotate your whole body to the left side. Maybe walk your left foot a bit wider, making the angle bigger. Time for that vinyasa. Inhale, lift your arms up, stretching front leg. Exhale, bend to warrior two. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend, lower your arms, shoulder level. And from your warrior two, place your elbow on the knee, lifting and stretching your left arm overhead, one line throughout your whole body, from your back heel to your fingertips. And after a while, come back to your warrior two and slowly shift to high lunge. Step forward, lifting your back leg, placing your left hand on the knee, and rotate your right arm backwards into a twist. And then slowly come back front and release your arms and legs. You can again shake it gently off. And now let's move to Malasana or Yogi Squat. Walk your feet slightly wider, feet open to the side. With an inhale, lift your arms overhead and exhale, bend all the way down. If that is hard, use your blocks, propping up your heels or even sitting on those two blocks. By the way, if you're more than 36 weeks pregnant and your baby is not head down, then it's better to make a milder version of Malasana of the squat, then sit on your 2 blocks and walk your feet forward. In any case, keep your spine straight, lifting your heart away from your hips. Over a time it's gonna get easier, your hips more released, and you can take the blocks away. That's my case. I know my baby is head down, so I'm gonna take those blocks and just stay a few breaths in my Malasana pose. To get out, simply place your hands in front of you, shifting your weight forward, come to hands and knees, and open your legs pretty wide. Again, I'm gonna be facing toward you so you can see better what to do. Wipers stretch. Lift your toes, flexing your feet, and move your knees side to side just like wipers in the car. Keep right angles in your both knees and hips. Move your knees to one side, keeping your shin parallel to the front of the mat or back of the mat, and keeping your spine straight. Hinge forward, stretching the piriformis muscle. As you might remember, this is taking away or sciatic pain that might occur in your pregnancy, especially in the second or third trimester. And then of course repeat the same on the second side, keeping your shin parallel, hinge forward, keeping your spine straight, shoulders wide, giving that gentle stretch toward your hips and lower spine. Slowly walk your hands toward the hips to come up. And let's go to the last psoas stretch. Move to your first side. In my case, it's the right side. Place your right hand behind you, lifting your left. Reach your hips up to the sky. A baby wild things. And the same to the second. Move to your left. Left hand goes behind you. Lift your hips and your arm overhead. And move down with an exhale. Repeat for a few times on each side. It's a great vinyasa to build resilience and strength in your whole body, together with stretching the most important parts and muscles. After, slowly come into sitting. Place your feet together, touching your soles, into a Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose. Grab your shins, ankles or feet, lengthen the spine, and again gently bend or hinge forward, keeping your spine straight. And the moment you found the full extension of your spine, you can gently bend your head down, opening back of your heart area. Stay here for another few breaths to passively open your hips. And give your spine a little break after all that movement in the baby wild thing pose. And roll up. Slowly take all the props you need to find the most comfortable Shavasana. Of course, pregnancy Shavasana or prenatal Shavasana, it's not a normal Shavasana. We're gonna be lying on the left side. I'll be propping my belly with a blanket and head with a block with a bolster in between my knees. And then slowly transfer to your left side. Find the most comfortable position needed so you're not bending too much or twisting toward your back. Remember that from the 25th week, you shouldn't be lying on your back for an extended period of time. So side Shavasana is what you really need. And whenever you feel ready, slowly start to engage your breath. Then place your hands on the mat, pressing, lift your chest slightly away from the mat and stay here for a few breaths. We have a different body pressure, and sometimes after lying for too long, you might feel a bit dizzy. And finally, when you're ready, you can walk your hands closer, taking all your props away, bolster on the side. Find a comfortable seat. Placing your hands on the belly, maybe feeling the movement of your little one inside you. Send love, gratitude, and compassion toward it, toward your little baby, him or her. Being grateful to have a healthy body, grateful to have a healthy baby, and being able to stay for the whole yoga class, strengthening your body. And then lift and touch your hands together. With an inhale, stretch your spine. Exhale, bow your chin to the chest or your mind to your heart. And sending that little seed of love to yourself. Slowly blink open your eyes and raise your gaze. And thank you also for this class. I hope you liked it. Remember to subscribe to the channel to always be up to date with news, new yoga classes, meditations, and other practices. Namaste.